Okay? Right. Whatever should serve as money should be able to stand the test of time. Are you there?
No.
Should be able to stand the test of time. It should not be what can be easily perishable. What can be easily what? Perishable. Full stop. And what does it mean? It means that money should be such that what? That should stand the test of time. Like I said before, one of the disadvantages of the trade by barter is that most of the items there can be what? Perishable. Do you understand me?
Yes.
They can get spoiled. But once whatever is serving as money should be such that can stand the test of time. You should, for instance, I gave an illustration last time. I said if you carry this your money and it is not prone to external attack, like somebody getting into your house or a rat seeing the money, you put it in a book or you put it somewhere. If the money stays like that for close to 5 years, it will still be like that. Do you understand? So that's the durability and quality of what? Money. Now the next one, divisibility. Divisibility. Are you there?
Yes.
Right. Money should be divided into smaller denominations. Divided into smaller denominations that can facilitate exchange of goods and services. That can facilitate exchange of goods and services. Are you there? Full stop. Number 8, stability. Now let me explain divisibility. Divisibility is one of the characteristics that says that money should be able to be divided into smaller denominations in order to facilitate exchange. Okay? Now, let me tell you, one of the problems of trade by barter, like I said earlier on, was the problem of divisibility. I mentioned it. Now listen, because some of these items cannot be easily broken down, exchange becomes difficult. Now let me explain how exchange becomes difficult. Now, how many tubers of yam do you think can exchange for one bag of rice? So you see it, it's an issue because it is not what divided into a smaller unit. Do you understand? And also, how many oranges can exchange to one bag of beans? So you see, that's an issue. Okay? So money is such that should be divided into smaller units to facilitate exchange. So that should, in case you have 500, you know what you can purchase with that 500. If you have 15 naira, you know what you can purchase. If you have 10 naira, you know what you can purchase to its relatively value. Okay? So that is what divisibility. Now let's try stability. Right. Whatever should serve as money, should be stable in value. Should be stable in value. Are you there?
Yes.
And not fluctuate easily. And not fluctuate easily. Are you there?
Yes.
Full stop. These characteristics ensures business continue. That's stability. These characteristics of money ensures that business is predictable. This characteristic of money ensures that business is what? Predictable. Full stop. Full stop. Now, what do we mean by stability? It means that whatever should serve as money should not be easily, should not fluctuate easily in terms of its value. For instance, it should not be that today 500 can purchase, let's say, 2 bags of rice. Today, then by next week, this same 500 cannot even purchase 1 cup of rice. Then next week, this same 500 can purchase 3 bags of rice. If you see, the value is fluctuating. Do you understand me? And it fluctuates rapidly and easily. So whatever should serve as money should be such that should be what? Stable. Should be relatively what? Stable. So that the business can be predictable. So that once you check, now look up. So that once you check, probably you're a seller now, you're a retailer, and you have, let's say, 100 bags of rice. 100 bags of rice. Now you can look at this 100 bags and say, okay, if the bag of rice is 500, you can predict that, okay, once you sell this 100 bags, it will now be 100 bags times 500. Abi? Yes. Then it will now give you how much? 5,000. Is it 5,000? Yes, 5,000 naira. So you can predict that, okay, after selling this, I will have my income of 5,000. Because the value is what? Stable. But if it is not stable, if it fluctuates like this, it means that you are not certain that you'll be selling 1 bag 500 naira again. It means it may come to a time whereby 2 bags, it is even 2 bags that is 500. So by then you can't predict your income. Do you understand me? Yes. By then you can't predict it because it is not stable, it fluctuates. But if it is stable, because you can't sell this 100 bags in a day, you can't even sell it in 1 week. But depending on the area, it depends. During December time, I know some retailers, some big ones can sell. Okay? So if it is large and the value is stable, you can predict your business, predict the income that can come. Okay? So that is stability. So the next one, number 9, is storability. Storability. Right. Money should be such that can be stored for a long time. Money is such that can be stored for a long time. Money should be such that can be stored for a long time without losing its value. Are you there? Without losing its value. Full stop. Full stop. That is storability. Now let me explain this. Now, remember one of the problems we had with sugar butter. We said they are relatively they are perishable. Yeah. So it means we can't store them for a long time because it will get spoiled, right? Yes. But whatever should serve as money should be such that should be stored for a long time and will retain its value. Now, this question always comes out objective, both JAMB and WAEC. Now, they will tell you one of the quality of money that is affected by inflation is dash. One of the quality of money that is affected by inflation is dash. It is this quality, storability. Please, if you can write it down so you don't forget. One of the quality of money that is affected by inflation is storability. And I'll explain how it affects. One of the quality of money that is affected by inflation is storability. Are you there? No. I say one of the quality that is affected by inflation. One of the quality of money that is affected by inflation is storability. Let me explain storability. Now we'll say one of the qualities that is affected by inflation is storability. Now, remember I said money should be stored that should be stored for a long time and should not lose its what? Value. Now look up. If you store, storage means you're saving it.
Yes.
Okay? Now if you save 1,000 naira, there is no inflation. And this 1,000 naira can buy, let me say 2 cartons of Indomie. Huh? And if the carton of Indomie is 500, do you understand? The carton of Indomie is 500, it means you can buy 2 cartons, okay? It's 1,000. Now, if there is inflation, inflation means a persistent what? Rise in the price level of what? Goods and services. Do you understand me? It means the price of goods has increased over time. So if it has increased, you saved this money that is 1,000. Before inflation, you can buy 2 cartons of Indomie. Now you are storing that money. There is now rapid increase in price. At that increase in price, the Indomie now is now costing only 1 carton now is now 1,000. You have seen that this money, though still the same 1,000, but it has lost its value because you stored it, you didn't spend it at that time. So this 1,000 naira now can no longer buy 2 cartons of Indomie because there's inflation. It cannot purchase just what? 1. So with that, the value has what? Gone down. In terms of the value, okay.
So I thought to say durability that can stand the test of time. Like you said, the money cannot afford that. Don't be offended. We just
I'm not offended.
Okay.
Durability, I said, it should be so that can stand the test of time. Standing the test of time, I mean, is it should not be perishable. It should not be something that can get spoiled. Do you understand? It should not be something that can get spoiled. For instance, we cannot use leaf as money because this leaf now,
3 days without guarantee.
3 days it has spoiled. Do you understand? That's what we mean by durability. So storability is it should be what easily stored for a long time without, that's why I put without losing its value. Okay, in terms of its value, it is the purchasing power. What a money, how do you know? Look up. How do you know that 1,000 naira is bigger than 500? It is because 1,000 naira can purchase more quantity of items than 500. Have you?
Yes.
So you relate it with what they can buy or what it can buy. That is when you know it had high value. So I am not saying if one of the quality of money that is affected by inflation is this. Probably either before tomorrow, if I go through this and I say I'll show you the option. Is storability, because once you store and save your money, you know the particular quantity of an item that money can buy. So if there is inflation, it means the price of items have what increased, and if it has increased, that money can no longer. Okay, for instance, now, before now, if you have 200 naira, you can enter bank, go in and come in. Abi? Because you take 100 naira. Abi? No. But now, that 200 naira now, can you take you going and come?
Yes, we know. Depends from here.
Yes, from where?
From Palace Road to Market. It depends from market. Go street.
From where?
From
To where?
Yeah.
To here.
Yes.
How much did you pay for that?
100.
100 naira. And it's relative. Before that, how much do you think you will enter it?
70, 80.
It's not 100 naira. So what I'm trying to explain is, let me use from here now to Ikiri Road, for example. Now from here now to Ikiri Road, before now, as of last year, you were here last year now, for my heck, we were doing lesson here. I was paying 100 naira. Let me even do Ghana. It means 200 naira. Listen, it means 200 naira can take me going and coming. I mean,
Yes.
but now I dey beg 157.
You would agree. 200. It would be 200.
So it means that same, listen, it means that same 200 naira, if it was stored, saved, without being touched, it has lost its value.
Yes.
It is still 200 naira, but it can no longer do the same thing it can do before. So it means that money, that storability quality has been affected by inflation. Do you understand me?
Yes.
So that is it. Okay. Now let's move to. Let me just give this no intrinsic value. But I know this one also comes out. No intrinsic value. Are you there? No intrinsic value. Right.
So is it like for the
Yes, INTRINSC. Intrinsic. Are you there? Huh?
Yes.
Right. This characteristic states that whatever will serve as money, whatever should serve as money, are you there? Whatever should serve as money should have little or no value in itself. Should have little or what? No value in itself. As opposed to its value of exchange. Are you there? No value in itself. Whatever should serve as money should have little or no value in itself, as opposed to its value of what? Of exchange. Full stop. As opposed to its value of what? Exchange. Full stop. Now let me explain this. Now, like I said before, how do you know 500, 1000 is greater than 500? It is because of its purchasing power. Because 1000 can purchase more quantity than what? 500. Now, we are saying whatever should serve as money, listen, should not have value in itself. For instance, the paper should not have value more than what it can exchange. For instance, watch. Before now, they use coin as money. Do you understand me? Coin. And most of those coins, you have 1 naira. I know most of you were not born by you might have seen it in the museum or in the news or something. Now look, let me explain. Most of these coins were made of gold. This is where I come from. They are made of gold and some silver. Now that gold in itself, if you melt it, the gold will be higher than this 1 naira.
Yes.
Do you understand me?
Yes.
So by then it means the value in that metal is higher than what it is used for exchange. Do you understand me?
Yes.
What I am saying is money in itself should not have more value than what it is used for exchange. For instance, people should not, because if I want to buy an item now, I want to buy something, I cannot buy something that is more than 1 naira.
Yes.
But if I melt this gold and sell it, it will even be more than 10,000. Because in itself, that gold, that metal they use in making this is gold. Gold has value. So we are saying money should not have intrinsic value. That is in itself, the value should not be more than what it can be used for exchange. Because you cannot use ordinarily. Who have money here? Who got money here? Now look up. Do you know that I cannot buy anything worth of 500 naira this morning? I mean, if I'm just limited to buy anything that is just up to 200 naira. What I'm saying is, if this paper in itself, the paper, I'm not talking of the 200 value, the paper, if it is something that probably is a gold, and if I melt this gold, it will give me close to 500,000. It means that this 200 naira is worthless. That's the 200 is worthless. It means the value in it, in this paper, is more than the exchange. Do you understand me?
Yes.
So, in order to ensure that money regains its stability, it should not have an intrinsic value. That means this paper should not be more valuable than what you can use it to exchange. Do you understand me?
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. So I use that gold as an example. That's 1 naira. So you should not, because okay, I don't know where my change today. I think somebody have original change now. Oh, no, thank you, yeah. God will bless you.
That is their transport.
Who got this one? Who got this one? Now you. You don't pay less money. Okay. So that is, yes.
So I see why they changed that coin. Because it can produce something that is worth more than purchasing power. They can so that if they want people.
I don't know how myself getting that money will not be, if I have that kind of money, I will not even use it for the exchange. If you melt it, it will be more than. Do you understand me? So by then now you are destroying the quality of money. It means people will be demanding that not for the exchange, but for that value in it. Do you understand me?
Yes.
By then you have spoiled something in the economy. Okay? So that is no. So you understand what we mean by no intrinsic value, right?
Yes.
Okay.